Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Cess Travel Vlogs. I'm back finally. How are you guys? So I started earlier as I schedule it like 6 in the morning since I'm not busy right now. Hold on a minute. So I decided to start early because maybe later I'm gonna have something to do. So the topic for today is about travel requirements, Philippines to Singapore and back. So I think this is gonna be informative and exciting to let you know guys what happened to my travel. So I just came back yesterday afternoon back here in my house in Negros Island because we're supposed to be here the same situation. We lost only one ticket. There was a problem, so I would like to talk about that later. So for now I would love to talk about the specific the requirements bound to Singapore. So I was worried about it because this is our first time going out to the Philippines since lockdown, so it's like 2 years and 2 months. So I was really kind of nervous and feel like, what if we have lacking requirements? What if, and what if so many what if, and then, but I don't lose hope about that because I'm still being positive and thinking on the always on the positive side. So anyway, I'm gonna tell you the list of the requirements bound to Singapore. So this one is being asked in the immigration in the airport in the Philippines. So we're flying from Mactan, Cebu, bound to Singapore, which is 3 hours and 45 minutes. So but when we arrived in Singapore, they don't ask this anymore. They ask only the our passport together with what do you call this, vaccination card or vaccination passport and Singapore arrival card. So that's all I could think. So anyway, let's start first with the first requirements that they ask for me. So first, they ask my ticket. Of course, they ask you when is your flight, which is the day when you fly, and of course another ticket back because they won't allow you to fly without round trip ticket. So I'm gonna type it here, round trip ticket. And you can avail this online if you would like to do it by yourself, or if you would like to go to the agency and let them do the rest and let them know all the requirements for you to go to Singapore. Which is also a good idea, guys, to do that. Sorry for the noise. Because if you do it yourself, there are certain requirements that you might forget. So at least if you go with the agency, they will let you know, they will keep on reminding you, and they will help you process. But of course, there is an expense to that. So, but first, I would like to shout out Elvira. Hello, good morning. So round trip ticket, that's the first thing we do. And it's a big mistake to us that we bought right away the ticket because and we didn't even think about what are the requirements. So I thought all the requirements we are ready. I mean, it's being taken care of, but there are some things that we forgot. So anyway, and the things that you should do. So that's the first requirements, round trip ticket back to the Philippines. This trip is from Philippines to Singapore. So anyway, the second one is, of course, your passport. They ask your passport because how can you fly without that? So the vaccination passport is different than your passport, which is got your name. So and then if you got the yellow card, I don't know what they call it, yellow card vaccination. I just call it vaccination passport to be easy to for you to remember. Um, Hi Dan, good morning. I saw you there. So they asked this one yellow card vaccination passport. In Singapore, they still accept people who are unvaccinated, but of course, you have to be separate line. When we get into Singapore, there is a place for vaccinated people and for unvaccinated people. I don't know what are the requirements for those unvaccinated. Of course, I think they're gonna ask a PCR test, or they call it their another thing is ART. ART means like antigen rapid test. So if you go with the antigen, you should do it like it should not be expired within 24 hours. For the PCR test, it's like 48 hours or 72 hours. And remember, they won't accept it's expired, even just 1 hour, So remember that. Round trip ticket, check. This one, if you can avail this in the Philippines. If you are fully vaccinated, go to Cebu and go to where's that place? Robinson's Galleria, you know that place in Cebu, mall. You get in there and look. I think it's located in the fourth floor. You have to avail this one yellow card vaccination passport because it's very important, guys. If you travel, you can use it internationally. So that's what we're using. Check for that one. Next is the travel insurance. So be very don't forget this one, guys, because before, this is not required, to be honest, because we traveled before the pandemic, and only some selected countries that we've been, they ask for travel insurance. And the other also situation that we have before is like, we just want to avail it in case you're being injured or something happened to you. At least you have travel insurance because you never know you're traveling. So yeah, and for this time, it's really required. Even you're going to, I don't know other countries, but to Singapore, it's required as well. So you have to have a travel insurance. So what we did is we avail, because we fly from May 6 to through 12. So we avail the travel insurance from May 5 down to May 13 today, so that in case whatever happened, what if our flight gonna be delayed, we still into that insurance. So we just selected that date. That's what also I recommended to you, because you do never know, guys, what gonna happen to your trip or to your flight, because sometimes, guys, it's just canceled or sometimes being delayed. So that's why it's better to put extra 2 days or 1 day to that travel insurance, so that if your flight is delayed, you're still in, because they're gonna ask that when you come back to the Philippines. Philippines is very strict, guys, stricter than Singapore. So to be honest, if you're a foreigner, you have to be ready. So more requirements coming up. So we're still on the travel insurance, because I don't want you to forget about it, because it's hard to get in here without travel insurance. Okay. So next, let's go with the hotel booking. So hotel booking is very important as well, because they're gonna ask you that the hotel booking. It's not necessarily itinerary, because people sometimes do itinerary, which is I don't like to do that. In my case, I don't like to do the travel itinerary, because we wanna do things unplanned, So, but in this situation, you have to have your hotel booking, because they're gonna ask. In my case, as a Filipina, they're gonna in the immigration paper, you have to put the hotel name, the address. So it's very important. I think for you as well as a foreigner to get into Singapore, they will ask you that, because I've got two papers I sign in for me, and I forgot. I think Martin doesn't have it, because he's an American. So it's different situation. Whatever you are, what I mean is, are you a foreigner or are you a Filipina? So this situation only applies to me as a Filipina and to Martin as American. So I'm just telling you what happened to our flight, to our travel to Singapore and back to the Philippines. Hi, Dave. Good morning. Warm greetings. How are you? So don't forget the travel insurance, hotel booking. So it's okay, only you will book one night to Singapore, for example. Because you need that because it said there in the immigration card that you have to put your hotel name and your hotel address. Okay, let's go to the throwaway ticket. So the throwaway ticket, guys, is not for me, but I still included that one here, because I would love to explain what is throwaway ticket, or they call it outbound ticket. So in our situation, Martin is living here like 2 years and 2 months. So in the Philippines, if you get out and go to other country, like specifically Singapore, they will ask, the Philippine immigration will ask outbound ticket, um, meaning if it's not the Singapore, sorry, it's not the Singapore ask this, but when you come back to the Philippines, for example, like us, Martin is going to Singapore and back to the Philippines. So when he get in here, even in the, they'll ask this one, guys, by the way, in the Singapore airport, like, do you have outbound ticket, like getting in the Philippines and go out, so that's throwaway ticket. So in our case, what we did, because we don't know when is our next flight or next travel trip, and I don't know also when is Martin gonna stay here longer. That's why we just rented a ticket. So where you can rent it, so you have to go to the Google search and search outbound ticket. So you can rent a ticket here there, like it depends when, as long as you have outbound ticket. In our case, we rent a ticket on, it's like August 30, this month is coming August. So it depends to Martin if he gonna use it or he gonna just forget about it. That's the only requirements that you have to remember. Outbound ticket. Even guys, if you're just coming here as a tourist in the Philippines, so they will ask you that outbound ticket and travel insurance. Says, yeah, I have it. I wear it already. Yeah. Um, Good morning, Dan. So that throwaway ticket is not for me as a Filipina because I'm coming back to my own country. It's for you as a foreigner to get in here to the Philippines. That's why I put there in the thumbnails like Singapore, Philippines, because I combine the two. Because in Singapore they're not so strict. That's what I mean. I say earlier that they only ask for vaccination passport, but our passport and Singapore arrival card. There is even another requirements that I will talk about in a few minutes. This one, this is specifically for Singapore. Ha. If you're gonna visit Singapore, they will ask you Singapore arrival card. So for Singapore arrival card, you can download it in your phone. You search it to go to Play Store if you're using Android. If you're using iOS, you go to App Store, Apple Store, and you can download the Singapore arrival card. But I wanna show you so that you will know, understand what I mean here. So in here, I don't know if you can see it. So in my phone, you see there is my ICA mobile and there is SG arrival card. So first I download the SG arrival card because I thought that's the one, because that's the one we did before, the Singapore arrival card, but they changed it into my ICA mobile. So that's the new SG app, my ICA mobile. So when you open that, they will ask your name, of course, your flight, and so on, your vaccination, and so forth. They will ask that when you arrive in Singapore, by the way. Good morning, Miss Hart. So that's only for Singapore, not for other countries. I don't know in the other countries what they're gonna ask, but for Singapore, they ask an arrival card through your phone. So just download it into your phone and fill out what is necessary. And next to that is trace together. This is a new thing to me. This one, guys, but trace together, because before, when we go to Singapore before the pandemic, they don't ask me this, but they don't really necessarily ask me this. It's just it's in the requirements that I was searching, that you need a trace together, and I said, what is that? For the virus situation, you have to fill up. I did fill up. You can fill up it 2 days or 3 days before you fly. Yeah. So I did able to fill up that, mine and Martin, so that in case they're gonna ask it's ready. But in our situation, they don't ask it. So they just ask the Singapore arrival card, passport, and vaccination card. So this is a good news to those who would love to travel to Singapore, because they don't need any more PCR test if you're fully vaccinated, meaning you've got the two shots, first and second dose. And If you are unvaccinated, they're gonna ask you a PCR test or the antigen. So yeah, be ready for that. But I would highly recommend you to do the antigen because it's cheaper. But if your flight, if you do have a connecting flights, that's gonna be difference because if you do the antigen, it will expire 24 hours. But if you do with the PCR test, it may expire 48 hours to 72 hours. So that's it depends what's the status of your flight because some people they do a connecting flights and do the antigen and what happened, you know, it's but of course in the airport is they have clinic that you can avail the a rapid antigen test and it will you can get it within 30 minutes, so it's like a rush getting your antigen test. So that's what we did in Singapore because this is the story. We take antigen or yeah antigen rapid test in Singapore in Test Pro, and then it was when we get into the airport and trying to trying to check in, we didn't notice that our PCR, not PCR test, our antigen is expired 1 hour. So they won't accept it. It should be within 24 hours, not 20 with it's not invalid in already when it reaches 25 hours. So they are very strict in that. So you have to be mind because that's very important, you know, and you have to know the expiration date because they will not accept no excuses. So that's what happened to our situation in Singapore. That's why another thing that happens, you know, we miss our flight because we do the rush antigen, but it was very late. So the cabin is closed. So we didn't ride our flight from Singapore bound to Davao, bound to Cebu. We missed that ticket because of that antigen that we didn't notice that it's expired 1 hour later, you know. So that's why we get rush in Singapore. They call it Raffles Medical Clinic. So that's where we get our antigen. So anyway, and then we book another ticket 7 p.m. and we arrived here in the Philippines like 1 in the morning because it was late. We're supposed to fly like 7 something, but we fly like 9:30 or 9:45 p.m. So we arrived very early here in the Philippines. We arrived in Manila in Naiya International Airport. I was very tired because it's the whole day, whole night without sleep. You try to sleep in the plane, but it's just totally different, you know. So, and then another layover, like 3 hours layover in Naiya International Airport bound to Mactan because our flight is not direct to Dumaguete. So we have to stop from Naiya, stop to Cebu, and here in the Dumaguete. So it's not easy to travel during pandemic. So SG, I am now onto the Singapore Tourist Pass. I'm not sure what is Singapore tourist spot. I don't remember. I think this mean is about the MRT card. I think I mean about this MRT card. You have to have it, guys, because or unless you would love to drive taxi to your hotel, you know, MRT card. So you can avail the MRT card in the MRT station or you can avail it in 7-Eleven. And of course, before I forgot, you have to have a SIM card or Singapore SIM card because it's very important, guys, especially roaming around Singapore. You think you know the way, but all of a sudden you're lost. You know how many times we're lost because we thought we know already, and our mind is struggling to remember because that was 2019 when we were there. And that time we were okay because we bought a Singapore SIM card, and this time we forgot. I mean, I keep on telling him, "Let's buy a SIM card." He just ignored it. So that's what happened. You know, we lost many times, but we did able to find a way, so that's a good thing. And until one day we decided this is not gonna work. We're gonna be always not on time when we go somewhere, you know, because we have to just imagine which way to go you know. So it's a really good idea to have a Singapore SIM card which you can load like 7 days, and then you can use the map. But if you're staying there like 3 days already, you get used to which way to go. But on the first day, it's like, oh my God, come on. I need a reminder because I don't know where to go. Yeah. Hi, Jason. You must be a billionaire traveling so much. Not really a billionaire. You can travel, not, what do you call this? Not being a billionaire. So, and by the way, this is our first time getting out in the Philippines since lockdown. So one of the reason that we get into the Singapore is we want to buy our wedding ring. So I buy my engagement. We buy our engagement ring, my engagement ring here in the Philippines, and the wedding ring is in Singapore. So yeah, so it's really guys, because that's what happened to us. We're lost many times. And I one thing I did, I thought I can trust my phone. So I put my Philippine SIM card and do roaming. Like I can use it internationally. But did you know that it takes lots of data? So it's not even a day. I mean, all my data is gone. So I said, "Oh my God, this is not gonna work. I won't work anymore. Even my map, it's not automatic because I'm using my iPhone. It's not good. So it's really highly recommended to take or to buy your own SIM card and ask in the 7-Eleven or somewhere that how many days would you like to have a they have certain kind of promo or load. It's really totally different here in the Philippines. So yeah. How much do you spend you're traveling? Oh God, that's a good question. The problem there is in we take out money there in Singapore, 500 Singaporean dollar for the first day, and we didn't even finish it. Maybe because some of the places we go, which is a bit expensive, we're using credit card. So I don't know how much in the credit card, but I know how much cash, Singapore cash, we spent. So in the next 3 days, we did what do you call this? Take out another 500 Singaporean dollar. So it's like total 1,000 Singaporean dollar we take out from the ATM. But I have to figure it out how much in the debit card because we visited Sila V at the top of the Marina Bay Sands. So he treated me there and said, "Oh my God, it's very expensive there, honestly." So it's my first time to eat the caviar. That was so good, but the bill is shocking. So we didn't pay it in cash. We pay usually in credit card, because it's better. I don't want to carry cash so much. Singapore, it's expensive, it is. But if you wanna go there, like for us, 5 days, straight 5 days, excluding the flight, it's fine. But if you live there a month, that's expensive, honestly. Perhaps Korea also are very expensive, like California, New York, I think. Or would I be incorrect in saying that? I'm not sure with Japan. I'm sure with Singapore it's expensive, but it depends your travel situation, where you stay, and where did you eat. Because riding in MRT is cheap, guys. But if you go to the fancy restaurant, that's different. So I would highly recommend you to eat in the hawker center like Maxwell Hawker Center or People's Park. Oh my God, there's zillions of food choices there, guys, that you would love it. That's why one of my friend gonna visit there next week, so I would recommend him to visit the People's Park. Because oh my God, there's so many food in there, guys. I even love their traditional breakfast, which is bread with pandan jam or something, and there's butter in it, and you have to dip it in a egg. I mean, it's just so good, and they have coffee there, but different kind. You have to select whether it's coffee O, or coffee C. So you have to study that one because it's different than the coffee that you used to call it. So I thank you, Elvira, for listening. Also, Philippines can be very expensive if you get to the city, correct? Yeah. If you live in Makati, it's expensive. But if you go to other places, like here in my place, it's not expensive. So that's why it depends where you stay, where you eat, and how spendy you are. Because if you are very tight on spending, it's not too much, you know. So probably Manila or Mindanao are as expensive as any Western country. Mindanao is not so much expensive. I don't think so. That if you go to the high end restaurant, they're not expensive. But if not, you'll be fine. So another this one, guys. If you are staying here in the Philippines for more than 6 months, you need to have an exit clearance. And I almost this one, guys, I almost forgot really this thing because we don't have this is our first time availing, not for me but for him, because that's the rules here in the Philippines. If you stay more than 6 months, you have to have a exit clearance because they won't allow you to fly outside the country without it. The immigration will ask for this, Philippine immigration. So I almost forgot that, and you know what happened, we make it rush like tomorrow is our flight, we need to have it, you know, and it takes weeks to do it, and or 2 weeks or 1 week if you go with the agency. But if you do it rush, it's expensive, but at least you know you can fly. So that's what happened to us. It's like, oh my god, we didn't think about many things because we want to do it ourselves, and that's what happened, we forgot some requirements. But at least I remember, like, hey, you're staying here for 2 years and 2 months, you need an exit clearance. It was really like, oh my god, I'm really glad that I remember this, because if not, that's gonna be, he cannot fly. I can fly, but he can't, you know. So it's a waste of paying because we've got already a ticket, and ticket is we pay $1,000 back and forth for the two of us. I don't know if it's expensive for you, but for us it's bit expensive, you know, 1,000 US dollar back and forth ticket, or shall I say round trip ticket from Philippines bound to Singapore and then back. How much do you pay in rent or mortgage? Here it's 600 bucks per month, excluding internet and excluding electric bill. So the electricity, we usually pay like 120 US dollar per month, or sometimes it's like 100 US dollar per month for the electricity. And for the water, it's free here because we have a deep well, or we have pressure tank. So we're not relying to the barangay water. No, we have our own source of water. So that's free. And what else? For the internet, we pay 2,200 pesos per month. So that would be like 2,040 41 US dollar per month. And I don't know how you gonna pay, how you gonna spend for your daily expenses here. Like you wanna go grocery, you wanna go to restaurant. So that depends. In here, in our situation is like we usually eat in our house. Like we cook our own food. We only go to restaurant rare occasion, only for those if there is a, what do you call this, meeting our friends, or we just love to go out because we're tired staying in our house, that sort of stuff, we get bored. So that's the only thing we eat, or we go somewhere in fancy restaurant to eat. But usually we eat here in our house, cook our own food, and that's cheaper, you know. Elvira, my husband is also on travel, that's why, so that I can connect with him. So where he is now, I just came back here in my house because we just arrived yesterday. So don't forget, guys, if you are an expat here in the Philippines holding tourist visa, if you're staying here over 6 months, you have to have this exit clearance. It depends your status, by the way, because if you're married to a Filipina, you can apply this exit clearance in the immigration in the airport. But if you are a whole not married and staying here more than 6 months, you have to apply this in the Cebu immigration or the Manila immigration. Okay, because it's not available here in Dumaguete, right? Unless you have to use a, what do you call this, agency, and they will contact Cebu and you can pick it up, or they will deliver it into your hotel. Hi Benex, hi Cess, hinahanap po ba sa na airport? Hinahanap po ba sa NAIA Airport? Yeah. Yeah, hinahanap talaga. We just arrived yesterday. And in our case, Binex is we've got already the One Health Pass. That's one of the requirements. So you cannot fly to the Philippines from Singapore if you don't have this. Because in the Singapore airport, they will ask you this. If you cannot present, they will not let you in the airplane. So that when you get into the Philippines, no more hassle like you're in. When you ride in the plane, meaning you can get into the Philippines. But because when you want to avail the boarding pass, they will ask all the requirements. They will ask you One Health Pass, negative antigen or PCR test. They will ask you that stuff. For foreigners, additional is they will ask your outbound ticket. They will ask your travel insurance. Even for Filipino, they don't ask me my travel insurance when I come back to the Philippines. But for foreigners, they ask you that. So you have to be ready. Outbound ticket, don't forget if you're a foreigner coming here to the Philippines, don't forget your outbound ticket. Or shall I say round trip ticket because they won't allow you without it. And travel insurance. Do you mind giving us a small tour of your place? Ah, I have already a tour in my place. I will share you the link if I can find it. It's already in there in my channel. I posted it long time ago. Um, Forgot the name of that, but it was here. You just scroll down and you can find my place here, or I can post the link here. I don't know if that's allowed. Wait a minute. But I give what do you call this? I give a grand final tour or something in my house here. I forgot what did I title with that one. But I can wait a minute. I can find it for you because I cannot walk around right now. My legs is so tired. What did I title with that? Hold on a minute. Maybe this one. I think this one and the other one. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna find. I want him to show my where I live right now. This is 600 bucks per month. So I'm sure you can afford. Some foreigners they won't. They're not willing to pay this because they're what do you call this, their money or their finances is not maybe not enough. Maybe they just got for those who are retirees, maybe they just have $800 per month or $1,000, so that's why they don't want to spend $600 for the the house, because this is a beach house, by the way. Wait, where did it go? I think wait, where is that? Wait a minute, wait a minute. I will try to put it here in the live chat. This one, I think this is the one. Or you can scroll more and find more about that. There is. Big Kevin, shout out. You have to go to NBI to get an exit clearance. Yeah, NBI or immigration. I think immigration. Immigration in NBI or immigration in Cebu or Manila, because in Dumaguete they don't have it. What's a good what's a good salary in the Philippines? A good income in dollars to live really comfortable. In our case, 4,000 is really a big money. So it depends how you spend, how spendy you are. If you want to live like what we live, it's a little bit high end. So 4,000 or 3,000 US dollar a month, it's good. But if you are in a situation like you don't have income that much, so if you're, for example, your balance or your financial, it's only like 1,000 or 1,200 per month, so you better stay in the 400 bucks per month, or there is 300 or 100. But the situation of course is different. You might stay in an apartment which is less privacy, or you want to live a house where there's no aircon, only ceiling fan or electric fan, that sort of stuff. In my case, we live in a $600 per month. We've got already two bedrooms upstairs because this is two-story house, and we have the full ground floor and two aircon upstairs. So in case we have visitor, especially my family, when they visited me here, so they have a place to sleep, and it's a beach house. That's why it's a bit expensive. in this area. But if you stay like this in the other island like Cebu or Manila, is very expensive. It's not 600 bucks. Ah, in Norway, I have cousin in Norway. Do you suggest renting or buying a property in the Philippines for foreigner? It depends, your budget, and are you willing to buy a property here? For some people, some foreigners that already experienced this thing like buying a property, they have so many problems and concern, and so many complaints. So it's up to you how you're gonna deal with it. In our situation, if you're gonna ask me, it's okay if you're married to a Filipina. It's a good, because if you're thinking about the future of your Filipina, why not buying something not for you but for her or for your family? If you're gonna have kids. So even you don't plan to have kids, but you just want to have your own place. So it's fine to buy your own, but of course you have to deal with lots of problems if you want to build your own house or buying already built house. So yeah, there's so many problems. That's what we are thinking, and until now we can't decide. In my case, because there's people there's people somewhere, because it's too risky, guys. Not is just in my case, but also in his case. That's why I don't want to force him. I don't want to tell him what to do, but I can advise him. But in my case, Martin is thinking my future, so he wanted me to buy something for me, not for him, or for the two of us that we can enjoy. But for the moment, we're enjoying renting a place. Yeah. So I think this is the house tour that I made before. Hi, how are you, cowboy? Long time no see. Lol, I pay 4,000 a month for housing. See, you 4,000 here. You can do 600 bucks per month for the beach house. So 4,000 US dollar. You're living like a king here. Hello to all you fella. Does your husband work there or something? No, he's retired. He is a sea captain of Alaska, in Alaska before. Why is too risky for you? Because there's so many problem, and what if there's gonna be war situation? So or somebody gonna anyway. It's so many things to consider. So in my case, for example, if the world turns into a bad situation, you cannot say that this land belongs to me, not anymore. But if the world is gonna be fine, it's not risky in my case. So that's why I'm just also thinking about this. Should I just ignore buying property, just keep on renting, as long as I know that I have income every month? Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking on also my future, not only him. He's always thinking about my future as me too. So I have to do balancing, like, should I really buy a property? What if the world goes to hell, and you cannot own your own land anymore? Or if it goes to a very good situation or good way, it's good for me, because buying a land, it will be triple or four times how much you pay now, because the value of your land is increasing, but it depends the location as well. So that's why buying a land is not like right now you buy it. What if you have to know the location? What are the disadvantages? Why these people selling their land? It's not just easy. Some people just do that. Maybe, I don't know, they don't know the real problem here. The other problem here is like, you have to know if the access is included on the land or the property that you bought, because that's usually happening here in the Philippines. Common problem: there's no right of way, or there's no source of water, and there's no even electricity. That sort of stuff, it's very important. So yeah, is it possible to buy an island within the Philippines? I wonder how that would be possible. I've heard a few millionaires. Yeah, you can buy an island, but you cannot own it. What I mean here is, you can buy a land here, but it's not in under your name. You get that? But you can own the building, or you can own a car, except the land. No matter what you do, guys, you can't buy the land of the Philippines if you're a foreigner. So if you're married, you can put under your wife's name or your kid's name, not you, because you're a foreigner. Except if you're half, like your father is an American and your mother is a Filipina, then you can own. But if you're pure foreigner, you're from outside the Philippines, you're not born here, no, it's not gonna happen. Hi, Sunny Storm. Good morning. Shout out. So I would have to buy the island for a Filipino girl. Low lucky girl. If if you want that, if you're a billionaire and you would love to, if you're thinking about the future of your girlfriend or your wife, why not? But if you are greedy enough, then don't. Because I know not all foreigners are thinking about the future of their girlfriend or their wife. Not everybody. See, it's only rare. That's why I'm really one of the luckiest Filipina that my future husband, I mean, soon to be my husband because we're gonna get married this month. He's really, even we're not thinking about married before, but he's always thinking about my future, the future of my girl. It's only rare I hear it here in the Philippines that foreigner is thinking about the future of the wife or the girlfriend. Because we have friends that think that they don't care. They all want to live their, they just want to enjoy their retirement. They don't care about other people, even their wife. So yeah. Shout out, thank you so much for being here. Do you suggest any dating apps, any scamming going on? Do you have any suggestions for a successful relationship? Sure, sure. Because I've been to failed relationship and successful relationship. So yeah. Dating apps, in my case, we met in person. So we don't met in the dating apps. So there's lots of dating apps that I could recommend. One is that is Date in Asia, but be careful of scammers, and Filipino Cupid, and even here in YouTube, you can find somebody else to date with. To be honest, this is not a dating app, but I have viewers that, they met here on my live chat and now they become girlfriend, boyfriend. I'm really happy for that. Even my site is not a dating site, but they met in my YouTube channel. So that's amazing. And I'm happy for them. So yeah, or Facebook, but just be careful. I don't know if you can sense me. I can sense if that person is a scammer. So if you don't want to be scam, come to the Philippines and date a Filipina here. It's for me. It's better to meet in person. To be honest, yeah, that's what happened to me and Martin. We met in person, not in the social media and we become friends. And the days pass by, years, we become girlfriend and boyfriend and knowing each other more. Imagine took us like 4 years and 5 months to decide to get married. Imagine that, 4 years and 5 months. So 5 months in relationship and we live together for 4 years, and then now we're getting married. Amazing. And of course, guys, to be honest, it's hard to find the person that is compatible with you, can understand you, and willing to understand you in good times and bad times, in your good and bad attitude. It's lots of adjustment, especially if you have age gap problem. Age gap is not a problem, by the way. I mean, if you know how to handle a relationship, if you have a long patience and willing to gamble. Oh, shut up! Sorry. Wait, go. Stop barking. My we guys. Sorry for that. Okay, so I don't know if you've been to the Philippines, Jason, but for me, it's better you met the Filipina. If you're willing to date the Filipina, better to be here. You know, it's some of my friends is the date online and it worked. Some are it didn't work. So for me, it's just it depends on two of you how you're gonna handle relationship, because it's not about me. Even I give you a Filipina, for example, it's not 100% that you're gonna like each other. I'm on the only bridge that you know each other, but you don't have to blame me back that the two of you, your relationship doesn't work. Because it's up the two of you how you gonna, if you like each other, how you gonna handle certain problems. Yeah, very. What is this? Hi to Vanessa. Very useful. How often do you travel a year? We usually travel a lot before. Shout out Vanessa, good morning. But because of pandemic, we stopped for 2 years and 2 months. we didn't travel because it's too risky to travel, guys. We're waiting and waiting, and the time comes. Still, you need antigen and you need PCR test. I wish they will take that out if you're fully vaccinated. We even got boosters, but still, you have to have a PCR test or antigen. So I'm glad 2 times we got the antigen and all are negative. So I'm happy with the. He is in 60s. Yeah. How large is the age gap? Oh my God, it's like 30, 30 years or yeah, 30 years. And it works, guys. That's what I mean. It's not about the age gap or it's not about the age. It's about the two person. How they gonna handle, how they gonna treat each other, because I'm a living proof. Our relationship works. We're in the situations now, we're almost married. So I'm happy for that. But I have failed relationship as well. Not just foreigners, but also Filipino. I have a relationship, long time relationship with a Filipino before, 6 years. And I thought it's the one, but it didn't work out. So but I'm happy that I know him. He's part of my life. And also, I have a relationship with other foreigners before. It didn't work out. It's just, guys, what really matters in a relationship is your attitude, the way how you handle a relationship, the way how you treat your partner, because that's very important. How can I stay to a person longer if he treat me like a housemaid, if he treat me badly, like no respect at all? It's hard because there are some foreigners out there that they have very bad attitude. For them, they think that they're not bad, but the way we the way we understand or we saw it is very bad. you know he is a fit fella. He is not look old in the way I look at him. Even my family thought that he's 40s, but he's not. He's in 60s now. No, sorry. Since the beginning, I dated a foreigner. I never imagined to have a kids. Everyone said you have to have because it's very important. I said no, I don't see the importance of it. Every person has different goals. That's not my goals, and I don't know. Maybe my role in the world is not to become a mom. Just to become single forever. Not mean is not single. What I mean is I'm happy without it because my goal is to travel the world to find my partner, which I found him, and we both don't like kids. He got kids already, 2 kids. They're in the U.S. right now, and he doesn't plan also to have his another one. Me too. It's so hassle. I was taking care of a baby before, guys. To be honest, in Cebu. Oh my God, it's really not good. And especially when the baby is crying, oh, I'm gonna be crazy. So no kids. I like kids. I have four now. I have four nephews, but I don't want to have my own. It's not my thing to take care of a baby. It's just for me it's a bad thing. So are you in your third? No, I am 28. I'm in 28 years old. So yeah, I that's also my wish, guys, that before I reach my milestone, before reaching 30, I have to get married. That's really my ambition, but I'm not forcing it. Forcing that it will happen, but I wish I could marry before 30s, and this is it. So today we're going to the municipal hall to get our marriage license. So this is our today we will know when is our wedding. Yeah, because we're waiting for the marriage license. We're processing lots of papers, and we've got his divorce from the US. And finally, marriage license will be released today, and we're gonna know when is our wedding. So this month. Did I miss travel tax? Okay. I will mention this one, guys, for Filipino. Going out the Philippines, we need to pay travel tax. So you can pay this one in the airport. Yeah. But if you're traveling as a Filipino traveling domestically, no need to pay for that. Only for when you travel outside the Philippines, they ask you that travel tax. Hi, Sis Ivy. Congrats. Thank you so much, Cowboy. Now, I wonder what your husband did to retire well off. Good retirement, I guess. Yeah, he is a sea captain, retired sea captain in Alaska. He works in Alaska like 40 years. So, and he became a ship captain way back then when he was 24 years old. So, very young sea captain. Yeah, he is one of the greatest or the nicest person on earth that I've known. I love my father. My father also is very nice. And Martin is just almost perfect because I know nobody's perfect. His patience on me is very high. He always understand me. He gets angry sometimes and we have a little bit fight, but we take good care of it. We don't want to sleep in bed with hatred in our heart. That's what we are. If we disagree something, if we fight something, we have to, in a few minutes, we will deal with it. I mean, we have to solve it. I don't want the sun. I don't want to wait another day, or I don't want to wait sunset. That sort of stuff. And mostly, he always adjusts, and I did adjust too. But sometimes I'm just crazy, crazy Filipina. I have this attitude that I want you to comfort me. I want you to first say sorry, even I know it's my fault. But he understand that. So I know foreigners doesn't like drama, but some I always sometimes not always sometimes I always sometimes I do the craziness or making dramas. I just want. I don't know why did I do that. I try to avoid it, but I love to create dramas and you know. Hi, sis Ivy. Thank you. What divorce? Yeah, he's married in the US before. He was married to a doctor. Yeah. So that's why we need to get his divorce paper. We've got it already. He got his divorce decree last week, and I have even copy here. So it's like 24 pages of divorce decree. Oh my god, so many. So I printed out. Yeah, he was married in the US. That's why I said he got 2 kids. Sana, oh, where is the ring? Yeah, there's the ring, says Ivy. I wear it already because I'm so excited. But I will take it off before our wedding because we have to put it. He will be the one to put it in here, and I will put it to his. He will also wear his ring. I mean, he's hiking right now, so he wear it already. Duterte will kick all of the Western foreigners out. No, it can't because he's not the president anymore. By July, Bongbong Marcos is gonna be running the office, so it's different. So don't believe in that stuff. I love, unlike Duterte, I vote for him, and I wish he could run the country for a long time, which is he can't. So he's not gonna be running the office by July. He even go down already. I mean, anyway. Yeah, I really love Duterte. So many things happen in his when he ran the country, and I know there's lots of people hated him, but for me, I love him. I like the way he handled the country. So don't worry about Duterte will kick the Westerner because he's not the president anymore. He is married to a doctor, so maybe she make more than him. Yeah, she's a doctor. Yeah, I will not mention her name, but she's a doctor. Maybe he will get half her money now, Lol, to give it to you. He doesn't have to do that. He has a house and lot in Seattle. So we're planning to sell it, but he's planning to sell it for a long time. But I said, no, no, that's your asset. I don't want you to sell it. But he's listening to me. I love that. He also wants my opinion and suggestion. And then when we make decision, it's the two of us. And he will listen to me, because I'm not that Filipina that is gonna make you poor or just spending your money. I'm not like that. I'm also not looking after myself, but I'm looking the best for him. Yeah. Because I loved him. You believe it or not, I don't care, but I really love him, and he is my responsibility since the day we decided to live together. So that's why whatever happened to him, I'm the responsible, and whatever happened to me, he's responsible. That sort of stuff. Because since the day that we live together, we treat us like as a husband and wife. So Yeah. So that's why we both take care of each other. So that's why he always planning my future, and I said don't worry about it, because we're okay. And he's always worried, so, and I said as long as we're together, we're fine. What's the most expensive place that you have traveled to? Singapore. What your experience with traveling within the Philippines? Philippines is just so beautiful. Philippines is such a very beautiful country. So you have to explore, not staying only in one island. That's usually I recommend to my viewers that please don't stay only in one island, okay? Because you might be disappointed. Explore the entire Philippines, and then you will be your mind. You're gonna have a mind blowing like, wow, is this the Philippines look like? It's just amazing. So because some people just came here for days and that's it. You didn't have even a chance to explore the entire Philippines, and you're gonna judge about the Philippines. That's not how you're gonna judge it. In Martin's situation, he can tell you what he experienced because he come to the Philippines since 2008 until now he's here. So he can tell you what's going on here and what is his experience, so many experience. Yeah, I am one of the luckiest Filipina. So that's why I treasure it. I take good care of it, and he trusted me 100%. I trusted him also 100%. So I don't want to do anything to make things I don't want to create problems. So that's why in good times and bad times, for worse, for better and for worse, I'm gonna stick to him. Yeah, that's not just a promise from my mouth, but that's within my heart. Because yeah, that's what I said earlier. Since the day I met him, or since the day we decided to live together, he became my responsibility, and whatever happens, I'm always gonna stay with him. So yeah. Why he is divorcing his wife? Do you know the cause? Slight, but I want to mention it here. He is a sea captain, so we only go home for miracle, like a miracle. Like he stay. I don't know. It's different, guys. Um, being a sea captain and being married, because you're not always staying in your wife. You're not staying home always. You're always out of sea, in the sea, and then how can your relationship work? So, but at least it lasted 4 years. By the way, their married lasted 4 years. So that's not bad. At least it's not a year. It's older than him. Yeah, I did. I think older 2 years. Wait, go, come here. Sorry, my dog is crazy. Older than him. He married. He is. Yeah, you know. I don't want to mention or talk about more their whatever happened to their marriage because that's not my thing. The important there is they move on each other, and I think also the ex-wife have already her own family. What I mean. Wow, if Duterte stayed in the office, he would have kicked him out and all of the foreigners out of the Philippines. His idea was to keep Philippines traditional. I don't think so. He will do that because if he do that, he should do it on his time. He got 6 years to rule the Philippines. You should do it before, but he didn't. That's why I don't believe those whatever whoever said that. And anyway, he's not anymore for the moment he's president, but by July he's not the president anymore. So I am worried. I'm also excited. I just wish that it will be this is gonna be a good president. I don't know because if you know the history of the new elected president, if you just read books and know the real history, it's bad. And I wish it wouldn't happen again. It's not just only in the Philippines, the entire world knows the history. I don't want to talk more politics here because that's not what my channel about, but um, I think I'm okay to say a little bit because I'm a Filipino and I have something to say. So, but I'm not those Filipino that they're very even the family, they have to fight the family, blah blah blah, to defend their president or that sort of stuff because everyone here has its own opinion. It's the same with you guys in the US. you know you divide it into two. It's the same here. So yeah, but it's not good to talk in live. So I'm just listening to these people that criticizing and defending the president, whatsoever. So I just said whoever gonna win is I have to deal with it, or we have to deal with it because he's gonna run the office for 6 years. So whether you like it or not. You must be long. I have a long patience. That's what I'm saying, guys. It's not easy to be in relationship with older than you. Like the age gap is very long because your history and your experience is different. But for me, in my case, I loved it because he can guide me to the right direction. He can tell me it's up to me if I'm gonna listen to him or I'm just gonna ignore him. But there's lots of learnings out there, and he knows lots of stuff. He has lots of experience, and I love to hear it. I cannot even memorize it, but it's good to be with a person that older than you and got lots of experience. And guidance in there is like 100%. So we're good together. I mean, yeah, even we're going outside the Philippines, wherever we go, guys. Some people, maybe some countries will judge us, but I don't care. If they're gonna say something bad, I'm gonna protect him, to be honest. I'm that person, guys, that if somebody gonna say something to my property, shall I say, to the person that I love, I will not just shut up. Because I don't want people bully him or bully me. Because I didn't do anything to you. Why are you gonna bully us? You didn't even check if you're perfect. But some people are like that. They're good in bullying, and they forgot to ask that, who am I to judge other person? Am I perfect? Wait, I'm not perfect. you know. He was a good president. I wish he would have stayed. Yeah, I really like and love Duterte. If people hate him, I don't care. I love my president. And I voted him to run the office for 6 years. They stole the presidency from 30, he won. Yeah. So his ex-wife already, I think she got a wife. Oh, she got a wife. I think she got another family. I'm not sure with that because I'm not a Marites. I'm not I'm not a chismis girl or gossiper. Whatever you call it, gossip. I'm not like that. I only sometimes I wanna talk about it, but for me, that's not my life. We both have our own life. But some people are just love to gossip. No, not me. Sorry. I have my own life to gossip with. I have my own life. I'm busy with my own life. So why gossiping other people? But it's good to know, to learn, to hear other people's story. But to gossip is not my thing. Okay, how much and did you the flight? I already told you round trip ticket is 1,000 US dollar. Round trip ticket from Philippines to here. But for the expense for cash in Singapore, it's like Singapore 500 US dollar. The rest is we pay credit card. So I don't know how much we pay in the credit card, but I think I will know it later. So the antigen, guys, if you're coming to the Philippines, antigen is a must. Antigen or PCR test, fully vaccinated or not. Yeah, because you cannot ride a plane without it. So antigen and of course one health pass. One health pass, guys, is different than the antigen, all right? One health pass is like you get into the Google, you search one health pass, and you sign up. You click the register, and then you have to put your full name, your flight number, destination, your vaccination date. When are you vaccinated? When did you got your first and second dose? And where did you stay? What hotel you stay in abroad? Where you gonna stay in the Philippines? There's some. It's like the information of everything is should be in the one health pass, so that when you get into the Philippines, they just tap it and they can see all the documents that you have. So yeah, this is based on our experience, not just my experience, but also for Martin experience. So experience of a Filipina and a foreigner traveling together. No, not each. It's our ticket for two-person. Me and Martin, because I'm the one booking the ticket, so that's why I know the cost. It's 1,000 US dollar back and forth for the two-person, me and Martin. Oh, thank you, Dan, for listening. Hi, Kiss. Good morning. I don't know if I forgot something. Let me remind. Let me rethink. I think that's all the requirements. So I will sum up it for you guys so that you will have a bit information. So the important really here, guys, because of the pandemic situation is the antigen, yeah. Because they will not really let you fly without it, even you're vaccinated. Yeah. In my case, going back to the Philippines, no need for outbound ticket because I'm a resident here. But if I think if you're married here, they will not ask you that. I'm not pretty sure how because we're not yet married. So I will give you further information when we get married and traveling together, coming back to the Philippines. What are the requirements? Because in our case, we're still not married, so it's different situation. So it's like traveling single, going back to the Philippines. But of course, if our status changes, there's gonna be another additional requirements to present to the immigration. Oh, no, not Jason. Yeah, I know Dan. Dan is a good man. It's been a while I'm doing live stream without a panel. Shall I say I'm only the one talking? Yeah, I did it before when I was living in Valencia to let somebody to join my stream, but it didn't work. Sometimes it works, but it's like stealing my show. I'm not saying that I don't want anybody in my panel, but what I mean it's the topic will change, if you let somebody get in here, right? Unless if you want to interview something. Yeah. So I would love to do that in the future, like inviting somebody to be in my stream and interview. Maybe I can do that in the future. For now, it's all about my traveling and it's all about the information that you need to know. Because I know there's lots of foreigners, lots of questions in the expat group about the requirements. It's so hassle. There's so many things going on, changes of requirements getting into the Philippines. So you really have to know, guys. And example, if you're gonna travel from the US down to Singapore, down to here, or you have connecting flights, that's gonna be a mess. Because if you have a connecting flights, guys, from the US down to the Philippines, don't take the antigen because it's only valid for 24 hours. You better off with the PCR test, 72 hours valid or 48 hours. Yeah. I don't know with New I know New York is expensive, but I never been there. So maybe it's cheaper than New York because I cannot say about the side of New York because I never been there, you know. But it's just you just have to know where you stay because we stay in a hotel. How much is 8,000? 160 bucks per night. 160 bucks. Where's my dollar? 160 per night. That's the hotel where we stay. So if I am a Filipino, that's expensive for me. 160 per night staying in a hotel. I can't afford that because I'm traveling with my husband, so we can afford a little bit. Yeah. It depends really, guys, on how your financial status. Because if you have limited money, don't stay in this 160 per night. You better off with 30 bucks or 40 bucks. But I don't know if you can find that in Singapore. Usually it's I think it's like 100 bucks and more. Yeah. What is this? You're not required vaccinated. If you get into Singapore, guys, no more PCR test and antigen required if you're fully vaccinated. All right? But if you are unvaccinated, you need to have antigen or PCR test. That's clear. In our cases, we are fully vaccinated, so no more PCR tests getting into Singapore. But going back to the Philippines, that's different requirements. You need to have an outbound ticket. You need to have a PCR test or antigen. You need to have a travel insurance. What else requirements? One health pass. That's four requirements as a foreigners to get in here. All right. I hope that I make it that clear, because Singapore, it's different requirements. No more PCR tests for vaccinated people. And one thing I like it there is you can roam around outside without face masks. But if you get in to an establishment like mall, or you're gonna eat like hooker center, or you're gonna ride an MRT or bus, you have to require to wear face mask. That's in Singapore, huh? And but if you're outside walking around, no need. But some people still wearing face masks. Here in the Philippines, whether wherever you go, you have to wear face masks. Is that clear? Because I was really like shocked when we get into Manila. And then Martin walking around, Martin said, "Okay, let's take off our face mask." I said, "Hey, no, 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 we're not in Singapore anymore." It's in the Philippines. You have to wear face mask inside and out. So yeah, he said, "Oh God, I forgot." Because we used to it in the Singapore. Says, "I always watch your channel from a long time. I notice you have a kind and loving heart. You seems to speak from." Yeah, I wanted to speak it from my heart, and I don't want to fake it. So I just want to also tell you the truth. Because thank you for that, Dave. It's just me. Even you saw me in person, I'm just like what you know in live is the same person you will know in real life. So for those friend of mine here, yeah, they know how crazy I am. Oh my God. What are the requirements to stay permanent in the Philippines? To stay permanently, you have to marry a Filipina. Or another thing is you can apply is RRV visa. So SRRV visa. So that's the thing you need to, if you wanna retire here for the rest of your life or stay here for the rest of your life, get an SRRV visa. So in my case, in Martin's case, my husband is we supposed to get a SRRV visa for him before, but I said no, no need. You can stay here, by the way, 3 years. Straight 3 years. You can stay for holding as a tourist visa for you, a foreigner. And in our case, you know, when we get married, no need to for him to get an SRV visa because we can apply, or he can apply a permanent visa because he's married to me. So yeah, and I think no need for him to get a to go to immigration every 6 months or 2 months, apply another tourist visa. No more. He's not a tourist anymore here when he get married to me. Yeah. Your status will be changed. If you travel, check the requirements because it changed. Yeah, that's very true, Kiss. You got the point with that one because they always change. The One Health Pass is not required before. They started it May this month. That when you get into the Philippines, you need to have it. It's like an express lane. You don't have to get in line to a long line so that you can get into the Philippines, get in line to the immigration. It's like when you got the barcode, or shall I say QR code, you just tap it to the machine and there you go, you can get in. So easiest way to do. But of course, the antigen is the problem there because if it's expired, they will not accept you. You have to take another one which is not expired. So that's why if you have connecting flights, you better off with a PCR test, 72 hours expire date or 48 hours, not the antigen because it's only good for 24 hours. So I think and I hope I make it clear to you guys because I don't want it happen to you because it happens to us. Our PCR, our antigen was expired 1 hour and there's no excuse and they will not let you ride the plane. So that's why we missed one flight, Singapore to Davao. We missed it. So anyway, have you even have you even to any cities in the No, not yet, Jason. That's after we get married here, I'm gonna apply a spousal visa so that we both can go back to the US because I would love to meet his brother. He has a brother there in Seattle, and we would love to meet him and hang out with him. So I'm excited for that. Even if you have money, why waste it? What's this for? I don't know why you said this. Maybe I missed something. Yeah, I feel bad. There was a Filipino that He wants to come back here. I think he's at OFW in Singapore. And then he get in line. He was next to, I think he's the first, and then we follow him on the line. And his antigen is expired. Oh my God, they won't give him a boarding pass. So yeah, it's really bad. So he has to go to the medical clinic to get a rush antigen. You can get it within 30 minutes. Then you can fly. I usually pay 500. See? And that's I'm lucky. I usually 600 night for hotel. Yeah, that's why I said you're fine. So 160 per night for us is not cheap. Especially for me, I don't have money. Kidding. Yeah, but we manage it. So what hotel did you stay in Singapore? It's Kisa House. Jason, that's ways is Kisa. Wait. That's usually the rich people hang out, by the way. It's in Keong Sik. I don't know how to say it. Keong Sik Straight. Maybe Keong. Sorry, maybe that's wrong spelling. Oh, that's correct. Keong Sik. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, man, it's awful expensive. Hotel is expensive, even the ticket. That's why we are trying to keep changing the date because it matters, guys, what day you book your ticket, because some days are very expensive. Some of my viewers asking me this, where did you buy your ticket? So I usually, if you want a cheap flight, I usually recommend you to go to this one, Sky Scanner, because in Sky Scanners, guys, it will tell you which is the cheapest flight. If you cannot find it there, you go to Agoda. Usually also we can get a good deal in Agoda because we have Martin is using it for a long time. So sometimes Agoda give us a good offer because we are a long time customer. Usually in booking hotels and stuff, we use Agoda. I think Martin is here. Why you shocked? Philippine changes its mind like dirty first. What the heck? It's RV visa. This is the one you can get if you want to stay here for longer. Oh, Kuya Gorge is in the house. I thought that the limit of tour was no, not 6 months. It's 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. Tourist visa. You have to apply first when you get into the Philippines. You have 1 month free. After that month, you can apply 1 month visa. And then if it's expired, you want to stay longer, you can apply 2 months visa. And next would be 6 months, 6 months, 6 months until you reach 3 years here and you have to get out the country. Yeah, that's the visa situation here in the Philippines for you as a foreigner. So can't apply after the 3 years. You have to get out even just one day. Jason, for example, you stay here before. Example, tomorrow is your 3 years. Staying here in the Philippines, you have to get out today. You have to get out today, even just one night. Even you go to Thailand or Singapore one day and come back here. Then you start again. Yeah. That's how easy the visa here in the Philippines. Not like in the US that for us Filipino to get into the US is very, very hard. Extension every 6 months, paid mega money. How much is per extension? Oh God. How much we pay last time? Like not even $200. Below $200. Because $100 is 5,000, right? In my money. So below $200. Yeah. I cannot give you an exact amount right now because I forgot. But I'm the one paying last time. Gosh, below $200. Yeah. Tourist visa up to 3 years with extension. They must fly out to any country, then next enter again. Yeah, that's how easy you can get a visa here in the Philippines. Yeah. Kisa House, Kyungsek. Kyungsek. I don't know how to say that one. So this is the app that you wanna check. The cheapest flight you could ever get is in Skyscanner. Or if you have Agoda, if you're a member of Agoda for a long time, then they can give you sometimes a good deal. Or sometimes trip.com. Trip.com. Sometimes they have a cheapest flight as well. If you travel, research first. Correct. Because there's no such thing as innocent. You know? They won't accept that, to be honest. So you should be responsible. When you travel, you should know everything. Not exactly everything. But you have to be ready for the additional requirements, and you're gonna be stuck in the airport for a while. I mean, or you miss your flight, you're gonna rebook again, and they will not give you the refund because you miss your flight. It's not their fault, it's your fault. So yeah, so make sure you give correct information. Yeah, I'm sure, because we were flying, we just came back here in the Philippines, kiss. We fly to Singapore. That's why I said every country has its own requirements. So I was talking only based on my experience going to Singapore and coming back to the Philippines as a Filipino and as a foreigner, because Martin is a foreigner. So give them direction to be information. Yeah, we got our exit clearance in the Bureau of Immigration in Cebu. Yeah. Or you can do it in Manila. So that's why I said it depends your status if you're married to a Filipina or not. In our case, we're not married yet, so that's why um, they call it A and B extension. How did they call it? Extension. Oh, exit visa. Philippines. ECCA and ECCB. There are two kinds of that one. So you have to know which you belong. I mean, what is your status? If you're in the A, I think, wait, I have to make sure what is A and B. I think A is for the married, and the B is not. Yeah. Can a foreigner start a company? You can. Yeah, why not? Hi Thunder. There's so many foreigners on a company here. Hi to John, shout out trip.com. Take your peso, divide it by 50 pesos, give you how many dollars? Yeah. I just always count it to make it easy. $1 50 pesos. It's easy to count because sometimes it's even lower than that, but now it's good. $1 USD to peso right now, it's 52.71. Your $1 52.71. But I still usually calculated it as 50. $1 is 50. So to make it easy, your 20 bucks is 1,000, or your $100 is 5,000 pesos in the Philippines. To make it easy for you to count it. Have you been to any Arabian country? I wonder what they're. Uh, I don't know. I've never been to Arabian countries. Yeah, you need to search more, guys, because I'm not sure if I forgot something or there's more another requirements. I just want you to do the information that I've got during my travel. So we did enjoy Singapore. It's a beautiful country. If I start company in the Philippines that give me any sort of status, I'm not sure with that. I haven't tried to perhaps be able to stay there permanently, or maybe I can own property. You cannot own the land. You can own building, Jason. That's the truth. You can own a building. You can do a corporation. Yeah. Because you're not a Filipino, so they won't allow you to own a land, but a building and a car, that's fine. What is this, Kuya Gords? How are you, Kuya Gords? Shout out. Oh my God, I forgot my coffee. Ah, it's very cold. Hi, Roger Walker. How are you? Good morning. Time check is 7:11. Oh, 7:11 a.m. in the Philippines. Jason, there is a mega information. Yeah, lots of information. I cannot give you the entire or the whole information about it, but I'm sure you can get it somewhere else. But it won't change you like owning a land here. It doesn't. It's impossible because Philippine land belongs to Filipino only, not for foreigners. So, but for buildings and start your own business, you can. And owning a car or other things except land. Just keep in mind. Nobody owns the land but the Filipino. Yeah, that's correct. Because it's not really, guys, if you own a property here, as a Filipino, I am a Filipina, right? I own a property, it's not really I'm owning it because I'm paying tax. If I own something, I should not pay something because that's mine, right? Some people won't believe it, but it's true. You're not really owning the stuff that you have, you know? I don't know, maybe you disagree with me, but that's not what I understand. Because if that's mine, why I should pay tax on it? You know? I multiply peso by 2 and remove that 2 digit. Ah, really, Kuya? That's how you do it? 100 peso times 2 is 200. Ah, that's how you do it, Kuya. Because me, I just counted it by 50. $1 50. So it's easy for me to know $100 is 5,000. Yeah. Do you know anywhere to meet lady? Oh my God, there's a lot. But if you want lots of lady boys, go to Thailand. There's lady boys here in the Philippines, but much more thing in Thailand. You have rights only for all people. You only have rights only for people. No. Drop your link. No. Just pin shout out. Drop your link. What link? How are you, Jospin? Jospin is new here. Well, the new president make it harder for foreigners to be. I hope not. You know, we don't know yet. I'm hoping for the best, and I'm hoping it's not gonna be worse than his father. It cannot be take off. What happened, it happened. And I wish he could return the favor, not just a favor. You know, I wish he could do it better or make the Philippines better country. I just don't know. Sorry guys because I didn't vote. This is my first time I didn't vote. I'm just like hoping for the best whoever got elected, and which is we have already the somebody got elected. So I vote even if I vote or not. I'm still affected because I'm a Filipino. You may have uncovered a secret of life here. Nobody owns land. The government does. Why do people have to pay for what is supposed to be theirs? Good point. Yeah, that's why. That's one thing also that I don't want to buy a property because I'm paying for it. That's my own. Why should I pay? You know that sort of stuff. So better renting. Yeah. Because I understand that taxes is the lifeblood of the government. I know that for a long time. I am a businesswoman. Not necessarily I own a business, but I study business. So I graduated last 2016 business administration. So I know a little bit about it. I haven't tried handling business, but I know the trick. Hi! Who is at my back? Good morning. Oi, MZ, hello. Only pray. Well, I heard the Philippines wants to keep the Philippines traditional and return to their ancestral ancient culture. Really? So I think foreigners will begin. No, I don't think so. It's not anymore the 30 guys, so who knows? Hope only. How's your hike?
Hiking.
Or you can open that now. I just closed it because there was dog keep on barking and it's so
Yeah,
annoying.
well, it makes it quieter if it's closed.
Yeah.
I don't.
Really? I don't pay tax in my Native American Indian owned land by the lake in the. Oh really? You didn't? That's the first time I hear that. How are you, me, Jay Z? Good morning. Good girl. You remind me of an ex-girlfriend. I look very. Really? Wow. Amazing. How was it? What happened to her? Jason, you cracked me up. Hi, Philip. Where should I go first? Madalang mayaman, madaling mamatay. I don't believe that because some people they have a very high life. They live like more than 100 years. I don't know. Maybe that's 120 years old, or lower than that. The oldest, the oldest human in the history. 120 years old. What are you guys traveling? I'm not sure yet because for the moment we were on talking about our married thing and reception and stuff. So today later we're gonna get our marriage license. Why is she now? What happened? Why is she now your ex girlfriend? It didn't work out. But of course my face is different. My face is circle. Circle. Good. Just got done with work. Ah, okay. Oh, my laundry is calling me. It's so hot. Where are you now? It's not hot in the Philippines for the moment. Stay away from Korean stories. Just started see. Oh, really? Again? Oh, God. Keith Edward, good evening to you. Good morning to me. You guys are great people. This is a great group here. Good vibes. First round of beers is on me. Yeah, where is that? Okay, coffee. Coffee C. So yeah, you can remind me or you can add on, guys. If you're traveling, I wish where is Zickman? Zickman is traveling around U.S. I think, and I think the last travel he got is that Brazil or somewhere Colombia. So he got lots of information. I think I don't know if he talked in his channel about the travel requirements, but his channel is all about that he's traveling. But I don't see him in here right now. Oh, you're in Chicago. It's hot there, really. Sean William is from there, but I didn't see Sean William here right now. What's that? Another thing? I hate that promise. 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it is hot. Keith Edward, where are you? Are you in New York or somewhere? You said good evening. If you're in New York, that would be 7 p.m. Philippines should put Korea on no entry. Really? I don't know. Maybe they will do that. But I didn't know. I haven't been, never been to Korea, not yet. But my cousin is working there, so that's a bad news. My good, my goodness. You will travel again this year, though, right? Me? Oh my gulay. I think. Jason, do I know you? I just don't know if I know you because of your profile. I don't see a face in there. Char. Seems like, do you, I don't know, maybe you changed your name or something? Blue blah. I have a friend that he's in Cebu right now. They're traveling to Singapore by next week. Maybe are you the one or not? You're changing your name. Some people changing their name and they don't put profile, so it's hard for me to know if you're the one or not. Like not like Kuya Gors. Kuya Gorsi that has a profile, and Philip as well. So yeah, you're in New York. Ah, not in New York because it's 6:19. I don't know where you are. Got to drive. Take care. Okay, thank you, and take care. Ah, okay. Oh, really? First time? I didn't know that. My God, that sounds bad. Any more questions? I don't know what is your question. I think I say it. That's only the our experience, guys. It's not for other countries, but they might change every month or it depends the situation. So you have to know and search about it. What is that? Kuya, people are not recognizing why I'm using my real name. So who is Kate Edward? Sorry, maybe I cannot also look at much your profile because is that your wife with you? Or Kuya Gors, are you the same person or what? Oh my god. Because Kuya Gors making a true not a true another account, right? Kuya Gors, are you trolling me? 34 C here, North. Ah, you're in Indiana? Whoa, 34. Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? I just want to know when I can visit Philippines. This year? Is that this year, Kuya Gord? The profile picture should give it. away. I cannot really see clearly what's in the profile. It's not. It's not you. Who is that? Boy. Time here is 6:20. New York 7:20. Ah, so Kate is in Chicago too? I don't have a cowboy hat. Really? Yeah, some people change their name, their profile or their name, so it's hard for me to identify. What's considered a wealthy income in the Philippines? Is that like 2,000 US dollar per month or more than that? You're rich now. You're in the middle. Not rich, not enough. Ay, nako. Yeah, 2,000 or 2,000 up. You're considered rich. Monthly, hat monthly.
Not rich, I'm just,
Just a mediocre. I mean,
you can get by
like the question here is what considered wealthy income in the Philippines. So maybe I understand it wrong.
same as anywhere.
Ah, okay.
I mean,
I don't know.
because there's people here that are just as wealthy as anywhere else, so that is what.
Rich Filipino.
Yeah, there's lots of rich, look at Marcos, he's rich.
Yeah.
He's the president, so
Uh,
he went and all over the world, the
yeah.
rich are way richer than the rest of us. But
Ah,
what it takes to get by here is far less than it is in the United States, far less than you could get by on 2,000, but you're not gonna be rich.
oh no. So maybe you have to have a
Yeah.
at least 100,000 US dollar. Now you're rich. Ay, naku. Well, I'm not sure who is Keith Edward. Who is Charlotte? Charlotte? You can go now, kuya. Kuya, you can go now. If you book for August ship flights. Oh, really? Check it out. Sky Scanner, Kuya Gorge. Kuya, is this same says for the chat? Huh? Who is Keith Edward? I don't know. Call Philip. I think October or November were cheap flights. As well, I am checked a couple months ago. Maybe it's changed again, Kuya Gorge.
It's just gonna get more expensive, I think.
Yeah. They're asking for your income from retirement. What's your income from retirement?
Just, we get by.
We get by?
We get by fine.
We get by fine. That's
That's all the information we need.
yeah. First time I've seen her live. Oh, first time. So where did you saw me? Yeah, it's been a while. I didn't do live stream. Maybe this is the first time. No, not this year. Maybe the last time that was February or March. I forgot. There are plenty of millionaires in the Philippines that are far richer than any if us. Oh, that's Kuya Gord's answer. How you gonna find a flight for 620 US dollar good price? So 600 US dollar Han is a good price? From the US to Philippines, I think he meant
That's
this.
a great price.
Ah, yeah. You're correct, Philip.
That's a great price.
Yeah. August. He said about August.
No, that's a fabulous price. Where's it coming from? That would be like, to me, if you could get from Los Angeles, but it would be more than that from Seattle, because you'd have to fly Seattle, Los Angeles or something. If it's the East Coast, I don't know anything about the ticket prices out there, but yeah, I've always paid and thought it was a good deal for the last 10 years. If I could pay $700, I was thrilled.
Oh, yeah. You hear that, guys? Neighborhood in 3 million US dollar. Oh, wow, really? I remember now. Turn around. My God, is that you? Eric, good morning. Where are you from? Where are you now? My auntie just replied. Gregory, also Eric is in Texas. Laredo, Texas. Oh, good morning to you. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of income you need for a luxury lifestyle in the Philippines. So this is the continuation. He was asking earlier about your income, and now he said he's trying to figure out what kind of income you need for a luxury lifestyle in the Philippines.
Well, it depends on where you live, of course.
Yeah.
But, here, there is no such thing as a real luxury lifestyle unless you're living in a resort, like
Oh.
atmosphere. If you want to live in atmosphere, it costs
Very expensive.
$200 a day, or just,
More
just
than
for
that.
your accommodation.
Or maybe
But-
400. Yeah, maybe 400.
Yeah, it could be $400.
20,000, that's 400.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, but, if you just rent we pay $600 a month for our house.
Yeah. And
That's,
this is a
that's a
beach
high-
house.
Yeah, that's a high rent.
Yeah.
So, I paid $200 for my Nipa hut that was beautiful.
Yeah.
But that is definitely on the low end for
Yeah, correct.
something for a foreigner.
Expensive for us Filipino. Now you change your name. $3 million gets you a one-bedroom small little box in Manhattan, New York. So it's still much more expensive than Philippines. Of course, it's what? $3 million.
Yeah, if you had $3 million here, if you had $3 million here, you could live a luxury life for the rest of your life if you were
Wow.
middle-aged.
My God. So New York is more expensive than Singapore. That's the truth.
Well, Singapore
Is expensive, but maybe New York is more.
are quite similar.
Ah,
In the
they're quite
high
similar,
end,
guys.
there's a high end in both places that are far beyond the reach of most people, but Singapore has equally a very high cost of being alive if you want to live in that
Oh,
category.
see, they're similar. They asked me how much we spend, and I said I can only tell you the cash that we take out and how much we spend, but the rest is in debit card. I don't know. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it was an art. Are you talking about the trip to Singapore?
yeah,
Yeah, well, it was not.
we don't spend too much
expensive,
cash.
Except it doesn't have to be expensive, but we did a couple expensive things.
Yeah,
like
correct.
But if you take away those expensive things that we did, it was about the same as that we spend here at home.
Yeah, that's true. Because yeah, I think we only spent 500 Singaporean dollar for cash. The rest is paid by credit card. Because I changed the
Yeah, other
Yeah.
than transportation, we spent 500 same.
yeah, correct. Can live in BGC Manila. Where is that? 500,000 per month is luxuries in the Philippines. 5,000 US dollar. Hi to, how are you? What's happening here? Nothing happened. What was that place that's $200 a day in the Philippines? Ambient is cool. I missed the name. No, it's atmosphere. Is that what's the spelling? Atmosphere Resort.
That's just,
Just as an example, but
that's
there's
a
lots
half
of
mile
choices.
down the beach from us, or quarter mile down the beach from us.
Yeah. Westerners are rich in bills and credit cards.
Yeah.
That's true, Kuya Gord. Oh. That's a. Uy. Western woman suck. Oh my God. Five US very good depending on where you are. But if you're in California, Chicago, New York, maybe Florida, you need 20,000 US dollar a month minimum. Oh my God. Hi, Sean Williams from Chicago. Shout out. What the heck? Yeah, what the heck? That's very expensive. 20,000 US dollar. How are you? I am fine. We're okay now, Sean. We're home. I am speaking massage, etc. This one, Atmosphere Resort. Check that out. Five-star hotel, resort. My neighbor sold house. It was only a award 40 to 50,000 US dollar, and they got a 130,000 US dollar. Right? Wow, 130? Amazing. That's very expensive. Lots of $200 a day in big Philippine cities. Manila can as expensive. Yeah, Makati is expensive. Yeah, 20,000 US dollar a month in California. Yeah. Oh my gosh. How are you, Sean? Oh, it's summer in Chicago, so it's hot. Me, Jay Z was saying like, was that 98 or something? So it's summer there. Okay, Gregory says, so in the Philippines, a foreigner can only have a building? Can the owning company destroy the building? Can the owning company? Like, example, you own the building, you're gonna destroy it because you're gonna leave or something? What? Or you can sell it. 34 Celsius today. Yeah, that's all. That's what I know. You cannot own a land here. You can do corporation. You can own a condo, by the way. It's not hot right now. What is the Celsius here? Wait a minute. At 27. 27 degrees Celsius here. Okay, any questions? Two more questions. Hi, Carolina. Good morning. Battery going dead. Oh, okay. Thanks, Philip. Yeah. Carolina, where are you from? Good morning. Enjoy. Where is that, Philip, that you said about 600 something bucks? Is that from where you are, Indiana, or where? In December, I'll be visiting Philippines. Oh, exciting. Do you have any travel tips within the Philippines? Any affordable, cheap alternatives? Do you have any tips, Han?
What's that, huh?
Do you have any travel tips within the Philippines? Any affordable, cheap alternatives? Travel
Travel tips for what area?
within the Philippines?
Yeah, we have lots of travel.
Lots! Yeah, she was asking about travel
Go to El
tips.
Nido.
El Nido. Okay, Palawan. Palawan, or how you call it. It's beautiful there. But you have to go to El Nido. It's amazing. Congratulations. Yay! Hi, Eric. I got it. We got it. Yeah, you have to go to Palawan, specifically in El Nido. It's beautiful. And Puerto Princesa, it's a gorgeous city. Clean and green. You can own a condo as long as 60% of the units are owned by Filipinos. Kuya Gords know this stuff. Wow. Yeah. O'Hare to Manila or Bangkok 6:20 to 6:30. Okay. Thanks, Philip. Thank you. I appreciate that. What's a good countryside areas in the Philippines I should suggest? That Palawan or I don't know if you like Negros, but I like it here.
The rice terraces, I think, are.
Rice terraces. Is that in Banawi?
Luzon.
Luzon. Banawi. I've never been there.
It's fabulous.
Let's go! Oh,
And
let's go.
Puerto Galera for scuba diving.
Puerto Galera
Puerto Galera for scuba diving.
for scuba diving. There you go. Uy, we just talked Andrew earlier this morning, right? Andrew,
Yeah.
and now he's messaging me.
Ah, so we were just thinking about.
I will send you his reply. Oh, his reply. Sorry, his message. Um, hold on. Copy. I sent it in Messenger. Where is that? There you go. That's what he said in Messenger. I agree to Sean. See you, Philip. Rice services in Banawi. I think the Banawi is wrong spelling. Puerto Galera. How much are the hotels there, or do you suggest Airbnb? Oh, we haven't tried Airbnb in Palawan, but we check in the hotel. First, I remember in El Nido that was like this one. Where is the dollar sign? Per night. But that's very nice place with we've got your own swimming pool and very nice view. That's in El Nido. But there is cheaper than that. I haven't tried an Airbnb in Palawan not yet. But I'm sure you can search more about that. I heard about that, but we haven't tried it yet. Me and BF are thinking a trip to the Philippines, but we are deciding between Philippines, Vietnam, or Thailand. Come across your channel. Philippines and Vietnam. Vietnam is wow, you're gonna love their food.
For a visit,
For a visit.
I would say Vietnam or Thailand is better for, if you're only staying a short time.
Ah,
That would be my advice.
yeah. She said here Philippines, Vietnam, or Thailand.
And I would say Vietnam.
Vietnam first,
Thailand second.
Thailand,
And
then
the-
Philippines.
Because Thailand takes more time to travel around.
Oh,
There's fewer places and it's harder to get from them to the other places, so.
there you go. Get your answer.
And the food for us, anyway.
The food is really good. Yum yum.
It depends on what you like, of course.
Yeah.
If you like fresh herbs, wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. I just don't forgot the name because I'm not Vietnamese. I just built my wife a little store from start to finish. It was about 1,200. Wow, good luck with that. Okay, anything else? Right. So as long as I live, I love you. Wait. Hello. I sorry. That's wrong. Okay. Do you have any country suggestion in Vietnam? How much is typically to go to the street vendors for traditional Vietnamese street food?
Cheap.
It's cheap, and she's asking
$5.
$2 to $5. She's asking Han the countryside suggestion in Vietnam. Not Halong Bay. What is that place that we go to the underground river? Nen Ben.
Ninh Bình.
Nen Ben. I don't know the spelling. Wait, I'm gonna check the spelling. Nen.
Nihnbhin or something like that.
Here we go. Nen Ben. Ninbin. Oh, Nih. Bin. Something like that. This one. 3 to 5.
Yeah.
3 to 5.
You could go a lot of places in the world and have never seen anything as amazing as that.
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's amazing.
Amazing, spectacular, or whatever you call it. Ninbin nga, Ninbin. And you can go to Sapa. It's very nice. You can ride a cable car or you can hike going to the Fancy Pan.
11,000 feet high or something like that.
Fancy Pan. Let me check. Fancy Pan in Vietnam. And its elevation is 3,147 meter.
Yeah. I can't convert that in my head quick enough, but it's
Yeah.
over, I think it's over 10,000 feet.
Yeah, that's really high. Oh my God, it's really nice. Amazing. That's really good. I think we will do Vietnam. Yeah, it's really nice there. But you make sure you know the requirements. They still need an antigen or PCR test. If you do have connecting flights, please do the PCR test instead of the antigen, because the antigen valid for 24 hours only. So lesson learned. Yeah. PCR test is a bit expensive, but at least it's like 48 to 72 hours validity. Yeah, and you can search this one, Fancy Pan. And Ninbin and uh, what is that place? What is that place that Danang? Danang, they have this coconut jelly that is so yummy. You have to go to Danang.
It sounds ridiculous, but it's actually good enough to go there just for that.
Yeah, I miss that jelly coconut thing. Or how did they make it? But you must visit Danang.
Is it your friend Jam Jam?
Oh, Janjan is there?
Jam Jam there?
Wow, that's really good. I think, yeah, okay. Our hotel is about same price as in the Philippines. The hotel in there, I forgot.
In Vietnam,
Yeah.
probably a little cheaper.
Maybe a bit cheaper. She said. I forgot. Oh my God, that was
It, depends
2020.
on what you're looking for, but if you want to go very inexpensive, you certainly can there. If you want to go $20 a night for a hotel, you can still get hot water and a clean bed. But if you want it fairly nice, I think the fancier places we stayed in were just under $40 a night.
Yeah.
And then, of course, with
No,
no
that's
ceiling on how much you can spend in big cities. They've got Hanoi and
we first get into Saigon. And then I like that hotel that we stay for first night because
Saigon.
they have breakfast, nice swimming pool, and then I drink the soya milk. Yum.
Yeah, Saigon's a fabulous.
Saigon, yeah.
If you love cities, that's a great one.
Hanoi is nice, but it's packed. I mean,
I still like Hanoi. It's got more character.
yeah, and we stay. I mean, yeah, I cannot remember now. It's
But it's frighteningly crowded.
yeah, correct. Wow, we are looking for very inexpensive and but get our basic needs. We just
Yeah.
need a place to sleep. Correct? Yeah, most of our
Yeah.
day will be exploring.
Well, then
The same with us.
If you're willing to go like that, and there's no need to go, there's no need to spend more than that. You can do very well in Vietnam. Very, very well. It's one of the cheapest places to travel if you want to be on a budget.
Yeah.
Especially if you stay in youth hostels and things like that. But there are a few more expensive things for activities because it's become so tourist-centric. So places like Ninh Binh, you have to be willing to spend the money for the tours there, because without the tours, you really can't see the reason to go there is kind of hidden.
Yeah. Right. Only the one where we climb to the top that you don't have to have a
But the
guide.
place we
You have to
stayed,
climb.
what's the name of the place we stayed in Yanbin? Because that's the place to stay if you
Um,
you are right in the center of things there, and it is spectacular. Just where your hotel is spectacular there.
I think I will try to find out what is that.
Yeah, that's the best advice anyone could ever get is to stay at that place at least.
Hangwa Eco Lodge. This is the one. Hangwa. This is where we
Spell it
stay.
out. So
Hang, like HENG space MUA. Eco Lodge. This one. I put it here.
yeah,
That's where we stay in Ninbin.
and that's a little more. That might be $50 a night.
In my money, it's 1,300.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
That's cheap.
$26.
yeah. One, yeah, $26.
Well, that's for the cheaper room. I think
Yeah,
we
cheaper
got a
room.
fancy room there because of how nice the room was placed for a view. Because
And the expensive one is 1.8.
it's still under
Yeah.
$40. Well, after tax, it's about $40. That's a fabulous place.
Yeah,
And you have to have a motorcycle if you want.
motorcycle.
Yeah, you have to rent a motorcycle so you can go to all the places around there, and then driving around. Wow, that was so fun
Yeah,
with those views. Oh,
it's
wow.
very nice. Good morning, Sis Mylene. Hello. Someday I will visit Vietnam, Singapore, etc. But I love Philippines so much. I don't want to waste my vacation elsewhere. Okay, Kuya Garth, yeah.
If you have a lot of time, Philippines is fantastic. But
Yeah,
it takes a lot of time to get around.
correct. She asked, do you suggest doing the tours? I think it sounds like a must then.
Well, in Ninh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
But also, there's a lot of stuff you can do by yourself, which you can only do if you have a motorcycle.
Yeah, do you know how to drive? Or your partner. Motorcycle. You can rent a motorcycle. Yes, it's allowed. And that's what our suggestion is. Yeah, you have to have, if you want to roam around, rent a bike. So it seems like Halong Bay only that we never been. We start,
Halong Bay is too crowded for us.
yeah, we start from Saigon down to Dalat. This one you have to try the I don't know how to spell it. Dalat, then
DALAT.
yeah, from Dalat we go to Hanoi, or yeah, I think we go first Hanoi, then bound to Limousine, bound to Sapa, and then from Sapa to Ninh then down to Da Nang. That's our route. Yeah. And then we fly out from Hanoi. So from Da Nang, we go to Hanoi and fly out to Cambodia.
And we spent a full month in
Full month in Vietnam, guys. Yeah. Because I've got 1 month visa. I mean, the two of us. 1 month visa. That's good. Yeah. You need a visa. Yeah. Some countries, as a Filipino, it's free for 30 days, like Singapore, but in Taiwan, it's 14 days only free visa. But in Vietnam, no such thing. You have to apply a visa. Oh, if you want to see lots of temples, you should go to Cambodia in Siem Reap. It's so many in there. She was asking, what about temples? Are there any Buddhist temples? Of course there is. Or are there regulations for outsiders to enter holy places? I don't want to be the dumb foreigner breaking Asian customs traditions.
It's easy to do the research when you get there, and yes, there are some simple rules, but they're easy to follow, and as long as you,
Mostly,
the most common courtesies, you get treated very well.
yeah, by far, yeah, as long as you're not wearing super short.
Well,
There's some places you
rules,
can
and sometimes you have to put on
scarf,
a special scarf
scarf. Yeah, you can do with scarf,
or a sarong, special
sarong
sarong.
scarf, or whatever you call
In
it.
some temples, and you have to
Yeah,
take your shoes off.
take off your shoes. But some are just okay. But some are take off your shoes. Correct. But if you wanna see more, it's you have to visit Angkor Wat. It's in Cambodia. In Siem Reap, there's zillions of temples everywhere. So that's where
And that's another place where
another place to
motorcycles makes the trip,
Cambodia.
where it's actually illegal to have a motorcycle in Siem Reap,
Yeah,
but
with the manage it.
it's so much better that.
Yeah, better than the tuk tuk or yeah, tuk
Well,
tuk
you
is the
can see
name.
1,000 times more with a motorcycle. You just can't even begin to do it without a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's right. I remember. She said, "OMG, you guys you got me so excited. Definitely going. What are their health regulations? Health regulations? What that mean?
Well, I'm not sure about, we haven't really looked into Cambodia since the,
Yeah, we don't know this time because we traveled there before the pandemic.
we left Kampot right as
Yeah.
right
No,
when
no.
we first started.
In Phnom Penh.
You know.
We fly from Phnom Penh to the Philippines like March. I think that was March. We arrived here March 15 in. I think before 15, like 14 in. Or early in 15, I think we arrived here in the Philippines.
It was the day that it closed, I think.
Kuya Gord, say hi to you. He's drinking coffee.
Who's
Coffee.
that, huh?
Kuya Gords. He's saying hi to you.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, the one, remember I told you the one with the kid in Korea military.
Oh, yeah.
Hi. Yeah, it's exciting, but you have to search about the requirements because I'm sure I don't know how because in Singapore they don't need PCR test or antigen. In the Philippines, yeah, you need it, but maybe in Cambodia too, or maybe they will take it out or something.
I think
In
the best
Vietnam, you
advice,
need.
son, is to don't go anywhere without doing extreme research because you can get stuck. So make sure you
Extreme.
know all
Yeah,
all the
extreme
regulations very
research.
well, and then ask again and again and check again and again.
Yeah, it's always
It
changing.
changes all the time.
Yeah.
Very frustrating.
She's asking if is Vietnam and Cambodia amongst the most affordable to travel to on a budget?
Yes.
Yes.
Lao even cheaper.
Lao.
Lao's even cheaper.
But don't go to
Lao's cheaper, but difficult traveling. If you're not an
Vang Ving.
Well, no, Vang Veng for young people is the
Oh my
party
God.
central.
Yeah.
But
Brutal to travel there. Oh my
yeah, it's
God.
very difficult traveling.
Yeah.
That's
Vang
for
Veng.
experienced travelers.
Oh my God. Yeah, you have to do really research, guys, because or else you're gonna be stuck in the airport. You cannot fly if you're lacking one requirement. Oh my God. Especially the PCR test. Even by the way, when you get in here in the Philippines, even you're fully vaccinated, you still need to have antigen or PCR test. Even me as a Filipino, I need it. So, foreigners. And you need a outbound ticket. Travel insurance is very important. They ask you that.
Outbound ticket.
Outbound ticket.
You might mention about that. What do you call that ticket?
Throwaway ticket
Yeah, but
or outbound ticket.
outbound ticket.
Yeah, that's what.
Outboundticket.com, I think it is.
Yeah, you search it in the Google outbound ticket, and you can see lots of choices.
You
You
can
just
get a free outbound ticket that is just a fake one, but
it's like renting a ticket, guys. Throwaway ticket. If you don't wanna buy a
it
real
just
one, which is
fulfills the
expensive.
requirements, so you can decide when you actually want to fly by yourself without having to consult anyone.
Yeah, they will really ask you that one.
But for people coming here on vacation, they have an outbound ticket because they're going home.
Correct. Yeah. Are any foreigner tip lines in case we were to get lost there? Lost an item or if we got stuck with their health regulations or something. I know there can be a lot of red tapes when traveling.
If you have travel insurance, you're fine.
Oh. Travel insurance is very important. And I think they will not let you fly or you cannot get a boarding pass without travel insurance. Yeah, travel insurance and PCR test, antigen, that
And
stuff.
once you have that, then just go to the best hospital if you had something.
Yeah.
And also on the advice about the SIM card.
Oh, yeah, I mentioned that earlier. You have to have a SIM card. You're gonna get lost.
The
Yeah.
first thing to do is get a SIM card.
Yeah. SIM card, guys, is really, you really need it because it really helps a lot. You can access the maps, especially the maps, because you're gonna be lost or get lost somewhere. Yeah, you love Asian culture. Japan is expensive. I never been there, but I think it's expensive. But yeah, Vietnam, Thailand, and Cambodia or Philippines. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. She was asking. We usually use Express VPN. VPN. Yeah, she was asking, can your phone get hacked if you use public Wi-Fi? It can be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your phone can always be hacked, no matter what you've got, but it's best to use a VPN.
Yeah.
Every
Or
good
other
situ-
kind.
Just put yes as an answer. Yes, your phone can be hacked anywhere.
Correct. You just have to have a protection, at least. But we're using the VPN, yeah. Good morning, Sis Deb. How are you? Mm. Okay, more questions. Sis Deb, what is your question? So, yeah, Roslyn and Craig made it to the US. She just posted out like made it back to the desert or something desert. So meaning maybe in Texas or somewhere very hot.
Yeah, I saw somewhere I had to go somewhere to pick up their camper and truck or something.
Ah, yeah. Mm. So they're gonna stay there for a year, I think, because he said about see you next year in Philippines. I thought they're gonna stay here longer to manage their land because she said she's gonna build something and there now why they're flying back.
Well, I think she just got it ready for the family.
Ah, yeah, maybe that too. Hi, Helen Cuenca, shout out. Can you summarize a list of travel items and to do things before you head to travel? Maybe that's what you call itinerary. No?
The itinerary is the list of places to go. Is that, is she talking about things to take with you or?
She can you summarize a list of travel items and to do things before you head to travel?
And
Head to do
is
travel items and to do.
Yeah, those two things are preparation for traveling, and that is crucial. If I would say researching the areas that you go to, read everything you can, watch the YouTube videos, and so that you really have a good handle on things when you get there, due to the fact that you don't want to be there and just be blind starting from nothing. If you understand the layout, for me, of course, studying maps, being a ship captain, it's crucial to know how things are laid out when you get there, and then it's just, and if you'll notice, you've become so much better at that. Now that you understand maps, you take over about which way we're going because you understand maps now, and it changed everything about the way we travel.
Yeah, there you go. But you have compass in your phone.
Yeah, that's it.
The compass is really helping. For example, you forgot to buy SIM card, but hey, just really buy SIM card, because I know your phone has a maps. I will tell you where you are. Of course, cell phone, you have to have cell phone. I don't know with you guys if you like to bring laptops, but sometimes you really need it.
Well, it depends on how good you are with a phone. I
Uh,
think for most people, especially, we're long-term travelers. If you're on a couple-week voyage and people are so good with phones now and they're so capable that you can pretty much do anything with a good phone.
oh, there
And
you
a
go.
SIM card. Can't emphasize enough how important that SIM card is to get it hooked up as soon as you get to a new country.
Yeah. What did you think about the election? Ah, no, I don't want to talk about that thing. How do you deal with multiple scales before arriving to your final destination? For example, if we were going to Vietnam or Cambodia but have to stop in another country for the scale, how to handle?
Scale.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking
What
about.
does that mean? I'm gonna read again. How do you deal with multiple scales before you travel your final destination? Scale is SCELE. Scale. SCELE. Sierra, C, Alpha, Lima, Echo. Scale. Or maybe you didn't get it. Hi, John.
Yeah, I don't know.
This one I was just showing you. Scales. Maybe I say it wrong.
No, yours.
What's
No idea what they're talking about.
Ah.
Scale to me is what you stand on to see how much you weigh.
She said scale meaning stopping in country before arriving to your final destination.
Well, you're in, if you're in transit, you don't have to, there is no checking in with, unless you get out of the airport and stay overnight somewhere. If you're just in transit, like going through Narita or something, which people do all the time, coming from the States, you fly to Narita, Japan, and you don't leave the airport, so you don't have to get a stamp in your passport or anything.
Yeah.
You just but you have to, of course, wait inside the airport for several hours.
That's what one of the question of my friend the other day. Like she said, should I get a requirements in Singapore because we were stopping in Singapore bound to
I
Philippines?
see, no.
It's like Australia's.
That's unnecessary. As long
Yeah.
as you're in, as long as you don't clear customs, you don't have to require, or
There
you're
you go.
not required to, you're required to stay in certain areas, certainly, but not to pass any of the requirements for entry into the country, because you're not technically in the country when you're in an airport.
Correct. Yeah. So that's what my reply as well when she asked me because they're traveling from Australia, stopping in Singapore, then bound to Philippines. So I just told her that you
As
have
long
to
as they're
get
just, it's a connecting flight.
it's a
there,
connecting
it's
flights. Yeah, just get the requirements for Philippines,
final
not in
destination,
Singapore. Yeah,
unless
final
you have to get
destination.
off the plane there,
Yeah.
or get off the airport, get out of the airport.
Hmm. Just Google things to take when I travel to. There are plenty of posts and blogs. Yeah, that's why it's good suggestion. You go to YouTube, search out or search more. Do you need to study on all of the regulations from the countries where the plane would land?
Yes. Well,
Cool.
not where the plane will land unless you're getting off.
Yeah.
Not
Just study to your
Connecting
final
flights,
destination.
just put connecting flights don't matter as long as you don't.
Oh, okay.
And even sometimes, I've stopped in Shanghai before where I didn't have, well, no, that's not right, now that I think, but I did have to clear customs in Shanghai, but because I had an overnight there, I had to
Yeah.
leave the airport.
And she said, or do we take blanket to sleep in the airport? No need if you're in Changi, the best airport in the world. You can,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, that's
Or
some good advice also, if you're in Changi Airport, is to, that rest area that we're in.
priority pass.
Well, if
You need to have priority pass
that's
if
very
you
nice.
have. You can stay in the lounge, yeah.
But the lounge right outside priority pass, or outside the lounges, is quite comfortable if it's not crowded, which it wasn't when we were there.
Yeah. So at least you have a place to sit down for a while and charge and eat. Good morning, John. How are you? Scale meanings. Okay, I'm done with that. But what if we want to stay in the night in a hotel before boarding? So this is the, I think you answered this. But what if we want to stay the night in a hotel before boarding the plane the next day, assuming that assuming the stay is over a day during the connecting flight before a final destination.
And
So
yes,
yes,
absolutely.
yeah, you have
Yeah.
to know the requirements because they will not let you out the airport. I think you
No,
have to go in the immigration. I passed through immigration. I think.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Even if you want to stay in the airport outside of the, confined international area, you have to clear customs. But I
Yeah.
don't think that Singapore, is real stringent. You just have to meet the normal travel regulations.
hmm. Blanket. Is Shanghai a good experience? What is
It's a
experience?
good what?
Experience. EX.
Experience,
Maybe experience.
one of the best.
One of the best. Not this time.
Well,
No, Shanghai, please.
the travel was
No Shanghai.
not the good part of it. Was Shanghai, is that what they said, Shanghai?
Is Shanghai a good experience also?
Oh, Shanghai is a fantastic city, but not
Fantastic.
now.
Not now.
It's lockdown.
Yeah, it's locked down there. Don't go there.
But Shanghai is I haven't much experience there. I've only been there a couple times, but it's one of the great cities of the world.
One of the greatest. Remember. What is bond? B-U-N-D.
Bund,
Yeah, B-U-N-D.
it's an English word as far as I know.
U-N-D.
What do you mean? It depends on how it's used, I guess.
Oh. I don't know. Maybe it's type it wrong. Did they do this just in Shanghai or everywhere for the lockdown? I think it just is
No,
Shanghai.
Well, no.
Shanghai only.
China is doing city lockdowns that are wherever they have cases showing up because they're still trying to do zero COVID. So they if they get any cases, they shut down the city, which is a questionable logic, but that's what they're doing.
Oh, anyway, I didn't read it the whole thing. She said about was it cheap? I heard the bun is fun. Hopefully not too expensive. So meaning it's a bun in Shanghai? B-U-N?
No, I think
What's that mean?
that's an area.
Ah.
That's an area of Shanghai where
Yeah, we've never been there.
The development of Shanghai, everything Chinese is fascinating if you look at it through the long-term lens because its history is so long.
Hi, Pox official. You got this. Okay, more question. Any more question? Ala, I pressed it wrong. Oh, she was asking about China. Is China similar to Vietnam when visiting? I mean, the experience.
No,
No.
and that's an impossible question to answer because China's the population and size of China is unfathomable just compared to most places, so you can't really generalize about China.
Yeah. Okay, and no more question, guys, before we gonna end. That's it. That's it. Or there's more. So, did I put here already the requirements? I'm gonna put it again for you to look it up. No, no. What were some fun places? What are the fun places you visited in Shanghai?
I, I don't really remember the names of anything there.
I don't remember.
It's been so long since I've been to Shanghai, and
Yeah.
when I went to Shanghai, I just went in, from the airport, just went into the city and into like the areas that we like food areas, and just wandered and ate and wandered. And that's the total sum of my experience in Shanghai.
What other thing?
Just eating.
Rami's disciple. Hi, Rami's disciple. How are you? Yeah, food hunting. Hawker Center. Oh, top 3 countries to visit.
Top three.
Yeah. For you, what are your top 3?
Well, it depends if you're going for, depends on the length of your stay. If you're going for a 2 week, let's say a 2 week vacation, um, Thailand is hard to beat for
Thailand.
short stays because it's so well traveled. The travel routes are so well established that you can actually do a lot of moving around there simply, but it's overrun with tourism, so it's not really that great of an experience if you're a seasoned traveler. But for me, Vietnam, for us, and the way we eat and like to just wander around and see people and local happenings, I don't think you can beat Vietnam for us.
Yeah.
But everyone's different, in Thailand, if you like the beaches, we're not great on beaches, we like to look at beaches, but we don't want to go lay in the sun or anything, so everyone is so different, it's hard to say. And in the mountains, we love the mountains, so Laos was fun to look at, but wow, in the dust or the rain, the mud or the dust, it takes some, a lot of people wouldn't want to be stuck in a broken down bus in the mud or the dust in a country with nothing, no water to drink. So if for us that's great fun, and
You cannot see because it's so
might be a
dusty.
nightmare for someone else.
But I think it's not gonna be like that if it's rainy season there, or it's worse. It might be so muddy and
Yeah,
you cannot drive with motorcycle or you're gonna slip. And but it's not dusty, maybe because it's raining.
yeah. And the thing about if you're in like Kampot, which is a great town, and some of the Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand are so close together, you can do all three of them in a very short time, and Laos takes a little more time because it's so primitive.
Hmm.
But you know, all the things that you can see in that one little area of the world are just, and of course, seeing Reef is the trip of a lifetime for anyone.
It's a Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat.
Yeah, that's something that should be on everybody's list. And then India, of course, if you want to go to India, the Taj Mahal is probably the greatest single thing that I've ever seen by far, but India is so difficult.
Hmm. So he said about, I am originally from the mountains of Virginia, looking for something similar in Asia. Any suggestions, maybe in the Philippines or Myanmar?
Well, Myanmar is got a lot of mountains, and it's got political problems right now. But there's quite a few expats that have ended up in Myanmar, and if you'd have to be a really, to me, you'd probably have to be a seasoned traveler. But Myanmar, if you're willing to put the work in, is spectacular beyond belief. But it's becoming a tourist mecca too, which ruins everything from that standpoint.
How about Taiwan? We forgot about Taiwan. Is it
Well,
just
I was going to
yeah?
mention Taiwan. But
Taiwan is so nice.
good for a short, people that want to go see a great city. Taipei is such a fabulous city, but then Taroko, that's spectacular too.
Yeah.
And a great train ride and everything else. To me, that's a great short, 10 days. For 10 days, you can't beat Taipei.
Yeah, we visited there 14 days
Yeah.
because free visa for me for 14 days. 2 weeks. It's like, are we going home now? There's more to explore there. Don't miss the bubble tea. The bubble tea is so good. Hmm. Wasn't Vietnam hard for English speaking? You use app.
Yeah.
We use the
Trans-
I translate.
translator app.
Yeah, I translate. It really helps.
And also,
Help
people
us.
are very accommodating. In that.
Yeah, they're very nice. Hi, Lonnie's World. Good morning. Taiwan, yeah, Taiwan is very nice too. Oh my God, I wonder how China in terms of cost. I can never disappear it. Macau, Macau is from here to Macau is cheap flight.
Yeah, because it's a casino town.
It's a Cassia.
It's the casino town that seems to be consistent with low fares, just like Las Vegas is. But Macau isn't for everybody either.
Yeah, it's a casino, and we rode a boat from Macau to Hong Kong. Yeah. What is PRC? Sorry, I don't know what PRC mean. So we download the iTranslate app so to help us out, especially in Taiwan too, that they don't speak English. But the app that really helps for you to communicate to them if you want to order, because sometimes guys their menu it's not English, so you have right, unless if there is a picture then you can point, I want that, but if not, you don't know what you're gonna order. So Rami said, I wonder how China is in terms of cost of living or something. I can never disappear it. Disappear, Decipher.
Decipher.
Decipher. It is overall cheap or what? Isn't Macau and Taiwan or maybe Hong Kong a variation of PRC? I don't know what is PRC.
Um, China is not an area of expertise for me,
Oh,
but I did sail with a guy who lived there, and he had two different houses in Guangzhou,
hmm.
one near the middle of the city and one on the edge of the city. And when he originally bought them, he got married there and he bought them, and they were, I can't remember, I think like $80,000 a piece for really spectacular condo style living in a brand new building with right in the middle of the city, but it's surrounded by the real China. And in a matter, and this was several years ago, but just in a matter of 5 years or something, his life had changed. The price went up drastically on everything. So I think he sold one of them and made out quite well. But now the housing market there has crashed, so I couldn't say. But it's really crashed, and China could be in big trouble.
Mhm. People's Republic of China. Ah, okay, I know. Sorry. Clark's. I'm not sure, Mike, because we arrived in the Anaiya International Airport. I'm not sure with that one. Was Shanghai expensive for visiting hotels, meals, etc.? I'm not sure with this, but it's not good idea to go there at this moment. It's they have lockdowns there, and it's not advisable. But they were asking is Shanghai is expensive. I don't know because I never been there. If Shanghai is expensive,
It's,
not necessarily
yes,
living.
it-
It's
well,
just hotel
you
meals.
can't go to Shanghai.
Yeah, you can't.
You can scratch that off your list, and it could be off the list for a
Yeah.
year to come. It's just hard to say what's gonna. China right now, I would just scratch off my travel list because there's such strange things going on there with the whole COVID thing, and
Yeah.
I would just scratch it off the list for now.
So not advisable, guys. Just come to the Philippines. Come here. So, any more questions? That's it. Maybe if you have more questions next time again, because I'm gonna end my stream. It's 8:25. I have to go to the municipal hall to get our marriage license. So, see you next time. Bye.